Did you know that judges can choose to opt out of a hearing or delivering justice in some cases? Recently, two Supreme Court judges, that's Justice Indrani Banerjee and Justice Aniruddha Bose, had recused themselves from hearing cases related to West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee's Trinamool Congress. Interestingly, they did not give any reason as to why they chose to opt out of the case. But in this video, we're decoding for you what is a recusal as well as its implications. So explaining recusal in simple terms, it's a judicial disqualification. A judge can decide to remove himself or herself from a hearing or giving a judgment on a case. It generally happens when there's some conflict of interest. So to prevent creating a perception that a judge carried a bias while deciding the case, he or she decides to opt out, decides to recuse themselves. There can be other reasons too for recusal other than one's own conscience. There might be a past association of the judge with the case. There could be existing or previous connections with one of the parties. Strong views on the subject matter of the case can be another ground. So when can a judge actually step up and recuse himself or herself? Well, there are no written rules on this, so it's left really to the discretion of a judge. When judges are appointed, they take an oath, and that is to deliver justice without fear or favor, without affection or ill will. Now, if a judge finds himself or herself in conflict with that oath, they decide to go ahead and recuse themselves. So that brings me to the reasons for recusal. Judges are not even required, believe it or not, to mention the reasons for their decision to opt out. Some judges disclose the reasons in open court, many don't. And in some cases, the reason may even become apparent. In 2015, for example, during the hearing of the National Judicial Appointments Commission case, judges observed that the reasons for recusal should be mentioned, and this is essentially to improve transparency in the judiciary. But can a judge then refuse to recuse? Once a request is made for recusal, the decision to recuse or not rests solely with the judge. Like in 2019, when then CJI Ranjan Gogoi and Justice Arun Mishra refused to be recused in two separate cases.